Hello guys, Norwich City Central here, back for another video, joined here with Luke and Doeke. How you doing, mate?
Alright, I'm not too bad.
Just discussing the transfer of Tim Krul. It's been a couple of days. Luke, you was there at Luton, weren't you? Are you impressed with Tim Krul, and what do you think he'll play?
Yeah, it's passing the ball looked really good.
Yeah.
He came out as a sweeper keeper quite a lot.
Yeah.
Looked pretty impressive, to be honest.
And did he make some good saves in the game?
Yeah, there's a few. The goal he let in, he parried it, and there was no defender to hit it away. So,
But on the subject of Tim Krul, when we signed him, Doeke, you said he's been our best signing for Norwich, and you put on track saying like he's going to be one of the best Championship signings.
I think he is.
Do you stand by that?
Yeah, no, I stand by it. I mean, he's a Premier League quality goalkeeper who's been seen as a World Cup hero for 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Single-handedly took my country into the semi-finals of the World Cup.
And
if you look at that quality, he's what Premier League standard by a country mile. We're a mediocre Championship side from last season with limited funds to sign a goalkeeper of his calibre on a 2-year deal for free. You can't really complain.
Yeah, obviously though, he was brilliant at Newcastle, wasn't he? In that 2012-2013 season for Newcastle when they finished 5th. But obviously in the last few years, he's only made about 20 appearances. He got an injury in the ACL. Is that going to damage him? And do you think he's still the player he was back in 2014?
If we're looking at past performances and past clubs, you really can't look into that too much. Grant Holt wasn't the best player before he joined Norwich. Whereas Houlihan wasn't the best player before he joined Norwich. So looking at players' previous track record isn't going to mean it's going to be better or worse at Norwich. I mean, for me, I still think it's an excellent bit of business for Norwich, and I think he's going to perform well. And as Luke said, he was highly impressive versus Luton. Obviously, unfortunately, he did concede the goal, but he made a few good saves, looked good with the ball, which is what we like to see with Norwich. Obviously, now that was taking on a possession style of game.
Yeah.
So for me, the early signs are very promising. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. And obviously with Tim Krul as well. I mean, if you're in the Norwich board and you get an opportunity to sign Tim Krul, do you take it? And how do you feel for Remy Matthews in this situation? Because obviously, as a young academy prospect, he's going to be gutted. But at the same time, if you are in the Norwich board, would you sign Tim Krul when you get the opportunity?
Yeah, I would sign him, but Remy Matthews made a couple of mistakes in pre-season in Germany.
Yeah.
Messed up his chance, really.
You think he messed it up completely? Do you not think he deserves a chance? You know, obviously pre-season is important, but obviously a lot of players are not 100% up to scratch. Do you not think perhaps he deserved a chance?
Well, I think he does deserve a chance. He's been with the club for like 15 years. And I think a bit unfair after just 2 mistakes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's up to Farke.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So would you keep Remy Matthews at the club as well as a number 2? Or do you think he'll be looking to go elsewhere?
I'd keep him as number 2.
Tim
help McGovern.
Yeah, and Tim Krul's going to have a lot of experience to kind of help him out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And what do you think he'll learn off Tim Krul? Do you think he'll become a better player with Tim Krul by his side?
Yeah, I think gain a bit more experience, especially if he stays. But if he goes on loan, then I'm not really sure.
Yeah. And as you were saying, Doeke, do you think this is one of the best signings of a club in the whole of the Championship?
100%.
That's a bold statement, really.
I mean, name another Championship side that have signed a Premier League quality player.
I mean, Stoke have signed Tom Ince.
Tom Ince?
Yeah.
And he didn't say the world liked the Premier League, has he? He's never done that. He
No,
played
but
for Huddersfield and almost got relegated. I hardly even heard his name. When Tim Krul played for Newcastle, how many times did we hear his name? Lots. World Cup 2014. He was a hero. But
as we've been saying, like, obviously, is the injury going to be at his detriment? Is he still going to be that same calibre player?
We don't know that until we see him play. And we have seen him play against Luton, and he was at a good standard. He was able to, act as a sweeper keeper. I mean, with an injury like that, you wouldn't think he'd be able to, but he is. So, I mean, look at the Remy Matthews point as well.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. With all this Canaries one shit, you want to see academies. You want to see academy grown players come into the side, but at the same time, if they're not good enough, they shouldn't be playing. Football's a results business. There's no time for sentiment in football. You can't feel sorry for a player just because they've been at the club for 15 years or not. If they're not good enough, they don't play. And unfortunately, Remy isn't good enough. Don't get me wrong. I love Remy Matthews. I want to see him.
But can you judge that from pre-season? Because he had a very good spell at Plymouth in League One.
It's hard to look into that when it's just from pre-season, but obviously Farke watches him in and out throughout training sessions. He had a whole pre-season with him last season and this season, and I think Remy Matthews also there for the beginning of last season as well. So he was able to judge on Remy's performances within training and a few matches. If he doesn't think he's good enough, we've got to trust his judgment. There's no point going saying, oh yeah, we should start Remy Matthews in goal when we've got a Premier League quality keeper and Tim Krul, is there? I mean, you're all going to say who would you rather want in goal? You're all going to say Tim Krul. You would all say Tim Krul. There's no doubt about it. Don't get me wrong, Remy's a lovely lad. He's a homegrown boy and he'd put a great statement out if we played him. But football's not about making statements, it's about getting results. And with Tim Krul, we're more likely to do that.
Okay. Now finally, Luke, do you think Tim Krul's going to be the difference between the top 6 finish or not?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I think all depends on how well he links up with the centre halves and. Don't know really.
Don't know. Do you think he's gonna?
Hard call.
Do you think he's going to be able to make kind of those match-winning saves like Angus Gunn did? Do you think he's going to be as good as Angus finally as well?
No, I don't think he'll be as good as Angus.
Okay.
But
Better?
You think better?
Wow.
Well,
so you don't think he'll be better, but do you think he's going to bring a lot to the defence and be someone who's going to be able to carry points forward?
Yeah, he will bring points, but I don't think it'll be as crucial as Angus was.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Doeke, you disagree. Finally, do you think Tim Krul is going to be one of Norwich's biggest players next season?
He will be.
Yep.
He will be. You look how pivotal goalkeepers are in the side now. We look at what Wolves though. They signed Rui Patricio. They know that they need a good goalkeeper. Look at the big sides in the Premier League. So look at the difference between Man City. The season before they didn't do too well in the league with Pep Guardiola, but they didn't do badly. But they had Claudio Brava in goal, a liability in goal. Next thing they won the Premier League. Who did they have in goal? Edison, a class goalkeeper. You just got to look at the differences. What's the difference between having a good goalkeeper and a bad goalkeeper? Don't get me wrong, Angus wasn't bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Tim Krul's better than Remy Matthews, and for me, he's going to be better than Angus Gunn just because of the experience that he has and the quality that he possesses and his previous experiences. But
as a side like Norwich, who are going to be trying to challenge for top 6 next season, there's not going to be too many points between. You'd probably say between 6th and 10th. So you're saying that he's
goal difference
really vital.
goal difference is also going to be very important. Obviously, we look at previous seasons, obviously 2 seasons ago, when we scored a lot but conceded a lot. Now we've signed obviously Pukki and Rhodes, who were goal scorers. We've seen it from pre-season, and we've signed Tim Krul. It's about getting that defensive formation right and make sure that we keep a lot of clean sheets and don't concede as many, and getting that attacking side right so that we can score enough goals. And at the moment, it's looking like we're on the right tracks, definitely.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you, guys. So please leave your thoughts down below on Tim Krul. Do you feel for Remy Matthews? Do you think Tim Krul's going to be a big success at Norwich? Do you think, like Doeke, he's going to be one of the best championship signings in the whole league? It's certainly a big statement, but I think overall we're really excited to see Tim Krul play. So please leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe to Norwich City Central, and we'll see you later.